तो मैं सोचूं कि इसमें इस कब्र जैसी जगह में ये रात को होते थे. You must be thinking, if I sleep now, maybe I'll not wake up. You know, so many people die in their sleep.
Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking. The last 2 weeks that I was out there, I couldn't believe how thin I was, and I couldn't understand how thin you had to get before you actually died. I mean, every day that I woke up, I was surprised that I woke up. I was literally thanking God and surprised at the same time that I woke up every day after that, towards the end. I just couldn't understand. I kept thinking to myself, how much thinner can a person get before they actually die?
Ricky, so you have a very interesting SMS. Nadia, please ask Ricky how he gained his weight again. I must say he's a very hard-working man. From Sonia, Karachi. Sonia, so cute. And then there's another person who's really upset with you, and she's saying, why did you give lift to a stranger?
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, sometimes it pays.
I believe in karma. I believe that if you help others, that this will come back. And unfortunately, this time, my kindness came back and bit me hard.
But you got rescued, maybe.
Yes.
That was the reason why you got rescued. You
exactly
were nice to
right.
other people.
Yes, I think I survived for a reason. And in Australia, in this part of the territory where I went missing, they say approximately 300 people a year go missing in this part of Australia. So I think that I survived in order to warn other people, let people know that this does actually happen in this part of Australia, and to be aware, if you're travelling through this part of Australia, don't stop and help people.
Yeah, don't.
Always let people know where you are going.
Yeah, you can call for them, even not stop at all.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there's a genuine person who can be waiting, you know, who needs help, but it's also confusing. Example like this teaches you not to help anybody.
Well, unfortunately, it does.
Yeah, that's sad. But if somebody is actually in need of help, तो कैसे पता चले कि जी आप किसी genuine इंसान को help दे रहे हैं, नहीं दे रहे? अच्छा, can you tell us about this tooth incident also? What happened?
The tooth incident. It was about 10 days, approximately 10 days before I was found. And I woke up one morning in a great deal of pain. The whole side of my mouth was swollen. I couldn't open my mouth. I actually thought that a spider had bitten me on the side of the face, and I thought that I was going to die. So I lay there for the next 24 hours waiting to die. And luckily I didn't die, but I sort of worked out that there was something else wrong with me. And I stuck my fingers inside my mouth, and I could feel blisters all down the bottom of my mouth here, and it turned out I had an abscess underneath my tooth. And I knew right then and there, if I didn't do something about it, that I would die. Abscess being poison. There are cases where an untreated abscess has actually poisoned your blood system and has actually
because of the animals and all these things you were eating, that's why
exactly right, yes. And so I ended up, I had to pull my own tooth out while I was
which is already hurting you so much.
Oh yeah, I actually passed out from pain twice while doing this.
And then you used a key?
I had my key, strangely enough, I had...
How did you have your key?
Okay, before I passed out, my car left the road that I was driving on, and it went down a hill and got stuck in a mud hole. The last thing I remember was taking the keys out of the ignition and putting them in my pocket, and then I passed out. Okay. Now, for some reason, my pockets were never emptied, so whoever took my shoes and socks didn't check my pockets. I had my car keys in my pocket. Lucky for me, I actually used my car keys to jimmy the tooth out of my mouth. That and a piece of 12-gauge fencing wire that I had found, and I used this as a hook. And I stuck the keys inside. I popped all the blisters in my teeth with my key and the piece of wire that I found. And I managed to get my key under my tooth, in between my tooth and my gum, and I levered the tooth.
How painful was that?
I passed out twice from pain doing this. But I finally got the tooth out, and I kept the tooth as well.
Yes.
But yeah, this was
you had to keep that.
I had to keep the tooth, yes.
Of course, my goodness. How you were rescued, abhi hum baat karenge. Caller, hello, who's this? Ramazan, Lahore, assalamu alaikum.
Lahore, assalamu alaikum.
जी क्या हाल है?
क्या हाल है? Yes.
बस ठीक है. सुन रहे इतनी खौफनाक कहानी है तो हशर हो गया जी. आप बताइए.
I've been looking forward to see this program actually for a couple of weeks. Ricky, you're listening to me. How are you, man?
Good.
We're all proud of you.
Yeah.
It's a great achievement. I mean, needless to say. But the question I wanted to ask you was, how were you going with your faith? I mean, were you strong on your faith? Because, you know, it takes really, really strong faith to survive 71 days.
Question क्या आपका? Question, sorry, मुझे समझ नहीं आया. Question is, how did you?
मेरा question ये है कि
जी.
इनका faith इनको किस तरह से ये मतलब was he losing his faith or was he being strong with his faith which let him survive?
समझ गए. Thank you very much for your call.
To begin with, my faith was strong. I never thought that I would be out there for any length of time. I never thought that, not for a second, that I wouldn't be found and that I would be stuck out there. It wasn't until the last probably 2 or 3 weeks that I was out there when I really did start to lose faith. I was getting upset with the fact that I tried so hard to stay alive for such a long period of time, and now it looked like I was actually going to die out there. And this was very upsetting. I was starting to lose faith then, very much so. But as it turned out, I was found, and
we salute Ricky for his bravery. Faryab ne kaha from Shikarpur, and amazing क्या है, miraculous story. God bless you for your courage.
Thank you.
That's Hira. Oh my God. अच्छा, दान की बात. Now, how were you rescued? Very important. 71 days in the desert. You have made a grave now. You are mentally prepared. You're going to die. No hope. Faith also going.
Yes, I was prepared
no
to
water,
die. I was
no
waiting.
food.
I was waiting to die.
Waiting,
the last week that I was actually surprised every day that I woke up.
Oh, and you were now looking forward to death.
Yes, yes, I was waiting for it. I'd said goodbye to my family. I'd cried a couple of times. It was all over. I said my piece. I said my goodbyes, and I was just waiting to die. And then on this one day, understand, even though I was waiting to die, I still didn't stop trying to survive. Yeah. Every day I still went out collecting water, collecting frogs and lizards and caterpillars and grasshoppers, and
that's human instinct.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't giving up as such. I was prepared for death, but I wasn't giving up. And this one day I was getting ready to do my food run in the afternoon, and I used to do my food run every afternoon before the sun went down. So when I went back to my humpy, I had something to eat during the night. I used to keep, fill in some time, so to speak. And it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was getting ready to do my food run. And a number of times the wind would whistle through the top of the humpy, and it would simulate the sound of a car. And a number of times I got out of my humpy and there was never any car there.
You were sure this is not a car?
Exactly. So this one day I heard this noise and I thought, it's not a car, it's not a car. Don't bother getting up. And all of a sudden I heard a gear change, and I thought, hell, the wind doesn't change gears, that is a vehicle. So now remember, I'm weighing 46 kilos, not very strong, and I ran out of my humpy. I stood up and fell face first down the embankment because I had no energy. And I managed to get to my knees, and I'm waving like a man possessed, and at this car that was coming up the road. And finally, a couple of station hands, Taz and Bruce, that worked on Birundudu station out there.
Okay.
They
finally found you.
They were out checking fences, checking dams, getting ready for the cattle mustering season, and they found me.
And were they not scared? Maybe
yes, they were.
In such a situation, maybe people would think, oh, it's a ghost, or maybe somebody is going to mug us, rob us.
Exactly. They actually stopped about 100 metres away from me, and they, a bit worried, got out of their car and sort of said, are you okay? And I said, oh, am I glad to see you guys, and they sort of said, what are you doing out here? And I started to tell them the story, and they couldn't believe it. They
you could still speak English by that time.
Well,
that's amazing.
Just Nadia. I thought I was yelling, but because I hadn't spoken for nearly 3 months, I didn't have much voice left, so to speak. So I was actually whispering. I thought I was yelling at them, but
with all your energy and nothing's coming out. Oh my God. We'll take another break here. Break के बाद वापस आएंगे. Last segment है हमारा. Happy Tube करवा के इनको भेजेंगे ताकि जरा इसलिए इंटरव्यूज नहीं देते, कहते हैं कि मुझे बड़ी तकलीफ होती है वापस उसके बारे में सोचना. तो उसके बाद अब इनके प्लान्स और ये कि क्या सीखा इन्होंने इस पूरे एक्सपीरियंस से. All coming up after the break. Keep watching Good Morning. Geo मजे से.